Hi everybody, we're here today with Jack Biilmann and Bad Cat Amplifiers. Very exciting to have a chat to Jack. I've known Jack a very long time, since he was a young cat coming into the store, busking around town and winning competitions, musician competitions in town. And he's gone from there to having over 1 million streams on Spotify. He's got top 10 albums in the ARIA and blues charts, debuted, like 4 and 6 and stuff like that.
3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Better than 6. So that's super cool. Joe Bonamassa has him on a personal playlist, and he's been played all around the world. And it's been very exciting and inspiring to see him go from a young fella just working hard to being a real honest to goodness professional musician, and still working really hard. He's one of the hardest working musicians that I know, and the newest feather in his cap is his involvement with Bad Cat Amplifiers. And this is actually the gear that Jack uses. He's got the Hot Cat and the Black Cat, and these two amplifiers really suit him down to the ground, don't they, Jack?
Well, we might as well go from the very start with our Bad Cat journey. So, as you know, Matt, basically I was starting a new band, more in the rock and roll sort of sphere, and I've worked in blues, country, soul, acoustic stuff, running acoustic guitars with magnetic pickups to amplifiers, playing Strats, Les Pauls, vintage guitars. So I've needed something that's pretty, covers a lot of bases. And I had, I'm not going to say the brand, but I had an amp on order, which was taking forever post-COVID, as everything was.
Yeah.
And I remember you rang me up and you said, look, we've got this new brand at Better Music that we haven't had before called Bad Cat. And they're very versatile, and I reckon you should come and try them. Which I did, but I did not expect to. I thought I'd come and play these amps while I got some strings and then walk out and wait for my amp to arrive. But they just blew me away from the ground up. Like just for all the things that I would never need in an amplifier, these amps have given me, just with pure versatility and amp tone.
Yeah.
I've been one to usually get where I need to get with my amps, with my pedal board. But I don't usually use pure amp tone very much, but I'm finding myself now, both clean, dirty, on my acoustic guitars, all the things that I do with my music, I'm finding a tone in these amps.
Yeah.
So it's been a bit of a game changer for me. So this guy here, I'd typically use for my band work with the Black Tide. So it's sort of blues, rock and roll. It gets a bit hard rock, it gets a bit country.
What's the name of the band? The Black Tide.
Jack Biilmann and the Black Tide.
Yeah.
So the Hot Cat's been really good for that. Whereas the Black Cat I find it's a bit more cleaner. So for the solo stuff, and I'm just playing on my own, I find that's a better fit. But when I've got the means to do so at a festival, having them wet dry together is that's something pretty special. So
yeah,
that's how basically I use these amps. But even Barnesy, Matt Barnes, my producer, who's been my long-time producer, has sort of just really frothed these amps as I've brought them to him in the studio. And they've just unlocked a lot of creative territory for me that I just never got out of my amps. I've actually got the older version of this, so this is a bit loud. I think it's 40 watts, this one? 45, and this is the 20. So, like, I've never needed any more than that. I used to have 100 watt things and 50 watt things, and sound guys would laugh at me when I turn them up. But you can run these hot and still have beautiful stage volume that's achievable for everywhere. Yeah. And that's my favourite thing about these amps, is just you can make them work at wherever you are.
Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, the 45 watts with EL34s. So it's got that real British kind of vibe about it, but you can back it off and get the American clean tones out of it. It's a beautiful amplifier.
Yep.
And super versatile, dual channel. It's got a really high quality buffered effects loop and really high quality reverb. They both do, actually. And the Black Cat is 2-channel with individual gains and individual volumes for each channel, and a bias tremolo here. So it's
foot switchable too. So you can really, like, that saves you a lot on your board. Like you can turn the trem on and off. You can switch between channels. It's really easy to level them. Like you have your clean tone and your dirty tone. It's really easy to get that nice and consistent.
Yeah.
And once I found my settings on them, like I didn't have to massage them very much wherever I went as well.
Yeah.
Like some of my other amps, you'd be forever trying to make them work everywhere you went. But I found that once I had these two, like once I had the settings dialed in, look, it took me a while to get there, as it does for everyone. But yeah, that's the most impressive thing is you can just, with that one unit with a foot switch, you can get so much out of it. So,
yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And they have Celestion V30s in them as well. So they're the complete package. You know, these amplifiers, super versatile. And if you saw the array of instruments that Jack has, he's got vintage dobro style guitars, and God, you've got Nationals. Well, you've got all of these weird and wonderful things, and acoustics with electric pickups in them, like stacks and stacks of stuff. He needs something that's extremely versatile that will handle this massive palette of instruments that he uses in his solo show and in his rock band show, his rock blues show. And so these amplifiers have covered all those bases for him. With the EL84s and EL34s, he's got all of those tones, the big bubbles and the small bubbles in the distortion, and the beautiful clean tones. So and it's been great because Jack's played all of the classic brands, and he's ended up here, and he's gone from strength to strength with this product.
It really has been a very inspiring sort of journey with them. And this is, like I said, I had another amp on order that I'd tried that I really liked.
Yeah.
And I had to basically say, sorry, you better put that one back on the shelves because this is better. I started with the Hot Cat, and then the Black Cat came second. So.
And you're really keen to try the Jet Cat, so are we. We can't wait till it gets here.
Yeah, like the Jet Black, the dangling the carrot big time there.
Yeah.
I've been, all my mates in the band and people I've told are going, mate, do you really need three? And I'm like, yes. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But
we'll see what happens.
Because that's EL84 is the Jet Black, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've seen what I've seen with that one is it seems to be cleaner. You just it's a bit more EQable than this one. It's a difference. Instead of having the cut, you've got the standard, the three knobs, the mids, treble, and bass. So, yeah.
Well, it'll be interesting when we get it in the store. So we might get you back for a demo.
You will get me back.
All right, no worries. Well, I guess we should do some playing, and see how we go from there.
Sure.
So this is what we were kind of talking about before. Jack does all sorts of crazy stuff with different pickups on different guitars. So what we've got here is a vintage National guitar, and it's got a piezo pickup system on it, as well as the
top
original.
secret. Can't tell you what it even is. It's that top secret. Only one in the country.
Yeah.
The world who's got this pickup.
Yeah, pretty crazy. There it is there.
Don't look at it. No. But basically, I'll cut in, Matt. Like basically, what I would do for a guitar like this, it's got a really overwound neck pickup, which sounds great as you just heard. Like it's sort of quite muddy and real filthy and dirty and thick, which is great. But when I'm playing solo, I like to have more of that acoustic thing shining through underneath it. So it means you get a bigger sound and you can have your mud and your dirt, and then that's underneath. So what I would do with this guy is send that to a DI, usually in the acoustic world. But because these amps are so crystal clean, I want to show you how this would work just the same. And I've done this at home. I've done a lot of experiment. I like to experiment with all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
Yeah, nothing's off limits. So let's have a go. Hey, keep it clean. We're doing a demo. Okay, so the piezo is going to the Black Cat.
And the Black Cat's got some reverb on it.
So we got wet, dry. This is just the piezo going to the Black Cat now, though.
Sounds excellent.
Right, so that would serve as my acoustic tone. Now I'll bring this guy in, which is my dirty tone and dry and wet here. See the best of both worlds going on at once.
Yeah, 100%.
It just makes the tone completely rounded. Like you have the harsh, the piezo, like, and then
that bright sparkle on the top.
And then you have the
grunt.
You can even make this even like more intense. So I'll turn up the
gain there.
I'll turn the master down, the gain up.
Yep.
So, like, you can have this as gritty as you like, and it just still has that nice undertone of that cleanliness.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So,
it's actually a fantastic tone.
Yeah. I'm not the first one to do it, obviously, but it's just in the genres that I work in, it's quite a common thing.
Yeah.
And it's pretty, it just sort of makes you play in a better way, because you're not playing with a clean tone and you're not playing with a dirty tone. You're playing something that offers both at once. And it really, when your attack, you can really control. And that's another thing about these amps that I love, is how hard you play is how they respond.
Yeah.
So, that's just toners in the fingertips. I was always told when I was a kid. Then I just bought more pedals and more amps. But now I get it.
Yeah.
I'm so old and wise now that I get it.
Old and wise, Jack Biilmann.
That's me.
No, it sounds great, Jack, and we wish you all the best. And it's really awesome to have you on board with this fantastic product. We're very excited for you, and we know that there's bigger things in store for you in the future. So it's been really awesome. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We might do a little bit more playing, and we'll catch you next time. And remember to check out Jack Biilmann on Spotify. He's easily found on the socials with his band The Black Tide. And also check out Bad Cat amplifiers in store and online. You will find a tone in these amplifiers that will suit you. There's no question about it. It's an absolutely brilliant product. All American made, and we've got Jack Biilmann on board here, all Australian made, the little darling he is.
But also, thanks to Better Music, if these guys try and put you onto something and they know who you are and they know what you do, listen to them, because look at this. I've certainly landed on my feet here.
Yeah,
so thanks very much, Matt.
No worries, brother. All right. Cool.